Hi guys, welcome to Business Reviews vlog. Today, we're trying a new format. This is Business Reviews News. So there are three topics we'll do today. First off is BIR, Meralco. The last one is about stocks. Also guys, before we get into the topic, after we reach 5,000 subscribers, we will have a special celebration and we will celebrate it the new normal way. Please stay until the end of the video. Let's be just very clear on BIR. I've done two vlogs about it. One is my filing experience, which I had to change my RDO, and the other one is what is Circular 60/2020. A memory circular is a guideline, official communication from a government institute like BIR communicating to its citizens. It is not the law. There's a big misconception, and thank you to the partners that helped me interpret this properly. The law is this. Communication is an interpretation. A law could be one thing, and an interpretation could be another. You can say that the law is the constitution and interpretation is the house rules. When you buy a condo, then you sign a contract, that's a contract, but they would have some other rules like you cannot leave your slippers outside or something like that. Those are house rules. Each of those rules can only be clarified in a higher court, but we won't go into that. They mentioned that you should be going after online sellers, bloggers. It's fine for me. This is my perspective that everybody files for their taxes. Filing taxes is different from paying taxes. So filing taxes is just being part of the formal economy. It's not your economy. And being part of the formal economy has several advantages. Sometimes you will need some sponsorship from the government, some documents to prove your authenticity or the entity that you're established as a company. They've been going back and forth. There was online hatred from the community, but it seems like there was no specific mention of work from home people. So that's good for my work from home friends. Online sellers in particular, where you're selling something, food, I think that was a big issue. They clarified that anybody below 250 does not have to pay tax, so you're tax exempt. But for those above 250, you should be filing and paying your taxes. There is also a note from BIR that anything irregular, which was never clarified. To be honest, this is their interpretation. But for people that don't have a job and they just started online selling, I think it's very crucial that we give them some leeway. But this is just my preference. That's my wish that people want that. It's not a fact. But what do you think? How should BIR go through this more properly? I'm for people enrolling to be part of the formal economy because that would show the growth, the actual growth of the Philippines, and probably get more money into the country. That's the reason why I want more people filing for taxes and registering their business. And of course, the benefits that they would have with that. My questions are you in favor of BIR going for online bloggers, work from homes, VAs, and online selling? Number two, how would you want the government to go through this more systematically, more peacefully with its citizens? There were some comments about being sure where the money goes. Sometimes they the pockets of politicians. Sometimes they know it's a formal project, but they overprice a nail or they overprice something in the project and it goes to one of the bid is actually a fixed bid. These are just opinions, but let's not kid ourselves. Some of the people know this. In fact, my grandfather was killed with some of these deals just because he didn't agree to these pricings because they were crazy. To think that it's been 20, 30 years now and it's still the culture. How can we change this? Those are my thoughts. I'd like to know your thoughts on that. Topic number two is Meralco. A lot of people have been complaining about the Meralco bill, but I think it's very important that we should talk about this. I've seen some information online that some people, even if they close their business, are still being charged by Meralco. There's a YOLO restaurant guy owner here that actually reported he was paying 55 when the breakers and the power was not being used. And because of this, I asked my friend who has been working for a power generation company, and this is off record, this handsome friend of mine, he told me Meralco bill last March and April was based on average past 3 months. This is because actual meter readings could not be done due to pandemic. Problem exists now because customers did not anticipate the high billings for May and June. This should have been expected because December, January, and February are cold months, which means there are low consumption. March and April are summer months, high consumption due to air conditioning, appliances working harder. Number three, using average past 3 months to bill for April means your April is underbilled. You are most likely consuming more than your usual consumption of December to February. Number four, under collections for 2 months were then billed on top of the actual May consumption. Maybe that's why people got surprised. This might also be the reason why Meralco has offered staggered payments over 4 to 6 months para di mabigat. Note, ERC ordered to use past 3 months for billing during ECQ. I also asked him about the Philippines rates of electricity and why it's more expensive. He said that it's more expensive because other countries subsidize electricity. I know for a fact that some businesses do not want to engage in the Philippines just because of the higher electricity cost. On comparing our rates against countries, I think we're expensive because other ASEAN countries do not pass on true costs of electricity consumers. Most of them are subsidizing electricity. As you well know, the cost of subsidies may not be felt in electric bills, but government must be funding it from somewhere. Most likely galing din sa customers. It might also help to note that Philippine electricity price has gone down in real terms over the past 10 years. So, hindi nominal terms. Interesting. What do I think of this? I was asking, what can I do as a business to work around on this? And there are things that you can actually do. If you are consuming more than 750,000 kilowatts, then you can do a futures purchase with companies. So each company would have their own limit. Let's say your company wants to buy 750 kilowatt hours or higher. If you buy bulk, you can buy it at a fixed rate. So that's a way you can protect your finances. But if you're like a medium enterprise, it's something that you can actually do. Now, so if you're starting and you are wanting to grow your business, it's something to keep in mind that your utility bills, you can do a advanced purchase of any product or good and service at a fixed rate, whether you're expecting it to go up, but we won't go into there. You can have these contracts to avoid the costs of electricity if it surges up or down or whatever. The reason why I want to talk about stocks on Mart is because if you want to get rich, there's always a price to pay. Sometimes the prices are with values, and some people, sometimes they might support corruption, but they don't understand it. I'm not saying that Mart is corrupt. I'm glad that there are no deaths related to Mart. Sometimes people get involved in promoting stocks that they don't want to use or don't want these products to exist in the world. An example of this would be smoking. I'm actually against smoking. To be honest, I've smoked before, but why do people put money, and it's so easy to just buy a stock that you know you will profit from, but why do we promote products or companies that promote products that harm individuals? I think drinking is okay to some degree, but I feel like the world could be a better place if there would be a lot less drinking that's out of place. Do I support drinking? Yes. Would I buy shares of distillers and brewers? Yeah, probably I would. But what about smoking? That came into mind when I was going through stock of Mart. I believe there's a different way of promoting stocks before. I'm glad that some people have gained money from it, but at what cost? Before, there cronyism you could not support with that, but today you have that power today to support cronyism. Is that one of the ways we can change the system? This is entirely my opinion. Will I buy Mart? Probably, if they don't get involved with anything political that much. I remember there were stocks in the US that were very rich, and there were a kidney dialysis company. The problem with this was the mere fact that it's publicly listed and people can promote bad culture. But to what degree is it that will I turn a blind eye on buying stocks that promote a culture that is bad? Yes, I know I will need the money at some point, but to what degree do people, and I'd like to ask you, my viewers, this question. If you had the money, would you promote bad culture? Is that something you want to change? Is change not important to you, and money is important, and that's the be all and end all of it? This is some of the personal questions you have to ask yourself. I myself would not invest in stocks that promote bad cultures or companies that promote bad cultures. I think that we should short companies like this. So guys, thank you for watching the video. If you've reached this part, I have a very special request for you. Dahil COVID season at alam na natin, panahon na ng pag-aaral, minsan naisip natin yung pamilya natin, di ba, yung mga anak natin, paano pag-aaralin. Pero may mga tao na walang pamilya at ngayong time ng COVID, sobrang hirap sila. Dinaanan ko sila today, tinanong ko yung top 3 needs nila. And actually, ang top 3 need nila ay school supplies. Although, hindi ko alam kung paano yun, kasi hindi ko alam kung school supplies ang papadala at uniform. Itong foundation to is within QC, and high impact yung QC at madaming cases sa QC. Alam ko this channel is all about business, pero if you can spare some money, I think na magandang makatulong tayo sa mga tao na mas nangangailangan kaya sa atin. Isip pa rin nila na magandang buhay nila, or at least may pagkakataon sila. Kung gusto nyo mag-donate, I'll leave my bank details if you want to transfer. 100% nun ay ibibigay ko directly sa foundation na to. If you want to donate directly, may address din sila sa baba. Pwede kayo magdumiretso sa kanila at sa kanila yung bigay pera. And I'll leave their Facebook page din. Kung gusto mo silang kausapin diretso, just let them know na I sent you. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you send some love to the people who need it right now. Bye! Alright! I will end with that, but I would like to know what you think. So if you guys like this format, please type news at the bottom. I'm not sure if this format will work, but if it does and you want more content like this to watch business-related news, or if there's a news comment there, click like that. I'd like to get the gauge of how many people want this type of format. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll put a date here.